welcome to the Driver's Room. This is the Festival of Speed. We are at round 7 of Season 4. This is Tier 1 today, coming from Dragon Trail International Raceway, the Gardens layout. Let's head on down to the grid and we'll see how the guys got on during quali. So first we got Mr. Sean on Super Softs. In second we've got Flapjack, he's also on Super Softs. In third, we've got awesome Alex on Super Softs, returning after missing last week. Also not running last week, but back today is Kuska. He is on Super Softs in fourth. We've got Wilco, who also didn't race last week. He's on Super Softs. We've got John Willimegan in sixth on Super Softs. Better quality from him this week. Rocker in seventh on Super Softs. We have an independent entry. DK Gamer in 8th on racing mediums. Bit of a surprise, we'll see how he gets on with them. And MJR Mercer down in 9th on Super Softs. So that is your grid for round 7 from Dragon Trail. We'll see how the guys get on when we jump down the front and see them head on down the track when the lights go out and they hit the track. In I go. You hear the revs of Mr. Sean's car bouncing off the limiter as he's waiting for the lights to go out and get round 7 underway. See if Sean can get a good start. He can suffer from slow starts, but Sean is away. Flapjack is away. Look at Kuska trying to break through the middle there between Flapjack and Alex. He just squeezes out Alex into turn 1. He's trying to go around the outside of Flapjack through turn 2. If Flapjack could hold it, he'll have the inside line in turn 3. Flapjack does. He gets it all sorts of sideways, but holds it well. Great move from Flapjack there to hold on to second. Good to see Kuska getting a little bit of a love tap from Alex through the chicane. Alex got the wiper going. He's trying to wipe away the competition in front. That was awful. So Alex now up into third. Kuska is back down to fourth. We've got DK Gamer just not able to get the car turned in. He's going to be struggling on the opening lap on those cold mediums. John Willimegan up into 5th. Wilco chasing him in 6th. Mercer's up into 7th. Rocket drop into 8th. DK Gamer is off the track again. He's really going to be struggling on those racing mediums. Nothing to do with his skill set, just they're going to be cold and not very grippy. Probably doesn't have a setup either, being an independent, probably jumped in last minute. As we come around to finish lap 1, Sean is holding on to first place from his long-time rival Flapjack. Been rivals since tier 2. Alex trying to close down the gap behind him. He won't want it to be settling for third. Still got that wiper going flat to the mat. It's going to be sapping horsepower, man. Turn that off. Kuska dropping off a little bit now from the guys ahead. Maybe thinking of the long game and see what happens as these guys get closer in together. John Willimegan having a much better start to this race than he did at Tokyo, preferring being back out on a racetrack rather than the inner city track of Tokyo. Some guys just can't get on with those city walls. John looking much more at home on the circuit here. Mercer is up into 6th now ahead of Wilco. Wilco just looking, as you see Rocker getting it all sideways in the background there. Just took a little bit too much curb going into that corner, I think. And DK Gamer just out the back. Jump on board with Flapjack. See him trying to chase down Sean. You can just see Alex in the rear view camera. Flapjack just taking a tighter line from Sean there for the first and last part of the chicane. That last bit is a bit dicey. If you do take it, you see in this car, just trying to maybe step out a little bit. If you do get it wrong, it will flick you round. But he's got the run now on Sean as he pulls out alongside. He's going to try and go the long way round. He swoops round, but he's not going to make. It's a deceptive apex on that hairpin. He had the job done, but just couldn't get turned in fully. Sean held on to first for now. You see in that camera, Alex is getting bigger and bigger, so he will be closing in as these two squabble. Sean just getting it wrong on the entry, allowing Flapjack to close up, but then there's upset both of them as they've come out. And look at Alex really gaining time now on these two. Will Flapjack have a look up into this double apex final corner? He does. He tries to outbrake Sean. A little bit of contact going in. Oh, I'm not sure where that actually came from. It maybe come from behind. We'll take back and we'll have a look at that. You see the two teammates now battling with each other, and Alex is now looking to go for the lead, but we'll jump back and see how that incident happened as Alex takes the lead into turn one. Rejoin them now as they go on the run up to the final corner. See how close Alex is, close right up behind him. Flapjack pulls up to the inside and outbreaks Sean. Oh, it's actually Sean just turns in and catches the rear of Flapjack. He goes, oh, a bit of door banging, and Alex firmly pushes his teammate out of the way to go up into the first corner. I think it's a bit of a racing incident into that final corner, but a little bit robust from Alex there down the straight on his teammate as well. No team orders being followed there in Neon Knights. It gets all a little bit messy through that chicane there. I think it was contact from Flapjack first into Sean, and then Sean giving contact back just from the pinball mechanics, causing Flapjack over into the sand trap. And that's allowed both Honey Badgers to get ahead of him, but he's going to have the inside line coming down to the hairpin. So he manages to hold off John Willemegan just for now. Oh, he gets it all wrong on the curb, maybe trying to put down too much power. Flapjack is having a nightmare all of a sudden. It's falling apart from him. We're only 5 minutes in. Disaster for Flapjack, but he can make it back. He's a quick driver. Can he recover from this? Be a good story to follow through the race. So Volko now up to 5th, John Willemegan up to 4th, Jeff Kuska up to 3rd. He's also now closing on Sean, who was slowed down from that incident with Flapjack. Heading through that chicane onto the back straight. But that's all allowed this man, the opportunist, awesome Alex, to run away up the front. But we know he won't look back. He's still got that wiper on. Maybe he can see something we can't. Sean now is going to be trying to break away from Kuska and catch back up to Alex. He's probably not too happy in the way Alex got past him, but still a 1-2 at the moment for Neon Knights. So help them look towards securing their 3rd title, I think, 4th title in a row. I think it's 3rd title. Kuska will be looking to try and change that in the newly formed Honey Badger team for this season. They've gone well in some races. They should be a force to be reckoned with in the near future. I think there's talks this early on as we see Flapjack trying to have a look on Wilco. There is talks, I think, of a new team joining for next season. They might not make the start of the season, but they are due to come in. More to come through that season, so make sure you're here for season 5 for for the development of a new team. I hate it when it does that. Rocker is now up ahead of Mercer. Rocker just gets turn one a little bit wrong. Mercer nowhere to go though. He's going to take a look up the inside now. He just backs off to allow Rocker through. It was going to end in TS, I think, that one, if they went for it. Flapjack now up in the 5th, getting past Wilco just before Wilco went into the pits. He's now hunting down John Mullimegan in front of him. Flapjack's tyres looking the worse for wear at the moment. He's maybe going to have to flip strategy, but look at that right rear and go for a 2-stop if he was going for a 1. John still looks like he's going to be able to take it to a 1-stop, but it'll be down to his preference and how much grip he feels he has in the car. Same with Kuska. Sean definitely able to take it to a 1-stop. He's a driver who's insanely good on his tyres and fuel. This guy normally isn't good on his tyres because he likes to drive the car as flat out as he can. If it goes sideways, it goes sideways. They don't call him Drift King Alex for driving the car nice and stable. But his tyres are looking pretty spot on as well. As you see, yeah, Flapjack diving into the pits. A few slides will take a couple of laps out of those tyres. Mercer also in. That's going to drop Flapjack behind. No, Flapjack gets out just ahead of Wilco. Rocker also got in. I can see Mercer just swapped over to the softs. DK Gamer now onto the softs. Forgot about him. I thought he'd actually left the room, but he's still there. Plugging on. It's a bit daunting when you come into Alex as we said, he likes to flirt with the car going as far as it can. It's a bit daunting, I suppose, coming in as an independent, especially when it's a tune-in allowed league. I mean, you got 4 guys in a team working on a tune. You're trying to get one done in a few days. Probably not going to be quite done, and using the racing mediums probably at the start wasn't the best idea. To see the guys will never really go from softs or super softs in these races. See, Alex goes into the pits, his teammate Sean follows him in. Kuska's gonna head in. Let's see how close Flapjack can get to them now. Let's see the 2 Neon Knights cars leaving the pits ahead, and then we've got Jeff Kuska just come out ahead. Flapjack can see him now. John Mullimegan is heading into the pits. He must have had a moment on that lap. I'd actually thought he'd already pitted. He must have had a moment to drop him back. So now in a little bit of a bubble on his own now behind Wilco, but ahead of John Mullimegan and Rocker. Alex just trying to maintain the gap ahead of Sean. Sean still holding the fastest lap from the 2nd lap. He held the fastest lap as well for the last round for near enough 98% of the race. Flapjack's still in the closing stages to take his hat-trick. Sean at the minute has pole position and fastest lap, but he needs to get ahead of his teammate ahead to claim the hat-trick. It's knowing Alex reminds me a little bit of Jason Plato. He won't be thinking about anything other than the win. Now approaching halfway these cars. A little bit sore on the tyres, so everyone has opted for to stop. DK just having another little bit of a moment. This car, even though I said in previously I did enjoy this car with a tune, I enjoyed this car without a tune. I don't enjoy it, and that's what I think DK Gamer is experiencing at the moment. She can be a bit of a handful, this car without it. And what we'll do is we will I'm looking at Sean. Kuska's in second. Alex is in third. But Alex not pitted. Alex pitted at the same time as Sean. Alex is about to get passed by Flapjack. We need to go back and take a look and see what happened to Alex. Alex has tumbled down. Sean is on for the hat-trick. So we jump back with Alex as he's coming down the back straight. Right to the hairpin. It's a very deceptive corner. And oh, he's done exactly what Flapjack did earlier. Just a little bit too far. You can just see that yellow line on the very outside of that curb. Gets his tyres out on there, and there seems to be zero grip. Plants the front end into the barrier, trying to recover, damaging the front aero. It will repair itself shortly, but just a mistake from Alex. Like I said, he cannot drive anything other than 100%. So he just found 105% is a little bit too much. So then, as you see them exiting the final corner, we're back with them live. Alex has dropped down to fourth. He is going to be probably saying quite a few swear words at this point. As he looks for a lunge on Flapjack, wasn't really on, but you can see in the driving now that Alex is not a happy bunny after that mistake. Expect some aggressive driving from this Ferrari. See, he gets it out on that yellow again, and it just twitches as he slams the power down. Not as bad this time. A lot smoother. I was going to jump on board with him to take that lap on the leader, but we'll jump on board with him now as he's turning the air blue behind Flapjack, see if he can remedy his mistakes. Just looking at the inside there, but Flapjack seen it coming and closed the door on him. Alex did well just to hold the car back. I think it's this wiper. If you turn the wiper off, he would be okay. He would have passed him down the straight. Alex just crawling all over the back of Flapjack now, trying to push him into a mistake, but Alex makes another one. Like I said earlier on, if you take that second part of the chicane too hard, it will spit you out the other side. Oh, and Alex is really struggling to get going here now. Oh, even the handbrake turn didn't work. Tried to do a 180, did a 240. As you see cars diving all around him to miss him. That's Alex now down into 8th. Oh, he will not be happy now. That makes it even more likely for this fella now, as we're in the second half of the race, to take the hat-trick. Can he secure it? He's just got to keep it on the black stuff between the lines. He's got a very sizable gap now over Jeff Kuska in second. though he is getting caught by Flapjack in third. And after Alex's latest incident, that's promoted Wilco to fourth, although he's going to dive into the pits. Mercer is now up into fourth. So a great run from Mercer so far, taking advantage of other people's misfortunes. He's started off last on the grid, and he's now up into fourth. We see Alex jumping into the pits. Wilco's back out behind Mercer. Rocker is in sixth, now being hunted by John Willimegan. Alex now out on a fresh set of super softs. He's gonna definitely be looking to get as far up as he can now. It's basically just a recovery session for Alex. He's got 13 minutes to make as many places as he can to claw back as many points as he lost. Was in the lead at one point, but he is now down in technically last place. No disrespect to DK Gamer, but he is an independent, so wouldn't really affect the standards too much points wise. But he's still going 18 minutes in after struggling a bit with this handful of a car. See what gap Sean has now back to Jeff Kusker. He has 11.3 second gap. So going well for Sean. He just needs to keep his head down and stay smooth. And that should see him through to the end. 12 minutes his tyres. Might have to hop in for tyres towards the end. Should be okay as John Willimegan dives into the pits. He's going to come out with Alex right on his tail. In fact, Alex is in front of him. He's just swept around the outside going into turn one. That's just the difference between... Oh, Alex gets another moment through that chicane. Maybe the yellow flags caught him out. Can't quite see what they're for. We're going to pass another car here now, I think. Nope. I have no idea what the yellow flags are for. How far it was from Rocker. He's only just ahead. Rocker needs to get in and get those tyres changed. They are not looking happy at all. Sean's actually going to take advantage of the gap and dive in now for a fresh set of tyres that should see him to the end nicely. Rocker drifts it through the corner there. A nice power slide. Flapjack also going into the pits. Kusker not. Kusker stayed out, so that could prove detrimental to Kusker, but we'll see. Through the closing stages, Alex putting Rocker under all sorts of pressure now. Alex up alongside. He's going to have the inside line into the final corners. And just takes it. Rocker knows he's beaten and concedes the corner. Rocker dives in. He knows he needs some fresh boots. Mercer coming out ahead of Alex. See if Alex can do the same to Mercer as he did to John. No, he's too far back. But a massive advantage Alex will have at the moment is hot tyres. Mercer's will be warm, but they're not up to racing temperature yet. So Flapjack is now closing on Kusker. The tyre difference. Kusker really should have pitted. He's on softs as well as you just see him absolutely drift around, heading towards the back straight. Beautiful car control from Kusker there, just dancing her on the edge. But he's going to lose his place to Flapjack once he comes into pit. Here he goes now. Flapjack was nearly following him, just trying to steal the last bit of slipstream that he could. So that's going to promote Flapjack back to second. Great recovery drive from Flapjack after his early incident with Sean and Alex. A little bit of hard racing as we see Flapjack get his line all wrong through the chicane. Kuska, just dancing it on that yellow strip with coldish tyres. Nearly sends him around. He's got a decent gap now back to Wilco, nearly the full length of that straight, so doesn't really need to worry about the cars behind. Just needs to focus on trying to take chunks of time out of Flapjack ahead, as we're now into the final 8 minutes of the race. Go away. I don't know why that pops up every now and again. Interface isn't the best for that. Alex is now ahead of Mercer. Alex has also stolen the fastest lap from Sean, so he's not going to get the win. He's not going to let Sean have the hat trick. And at 1:28.6, he's really pushing now. He won't be happy at all. You think he wouldn't be happy after the first incident? The second incident, he'll be fuming. And I know how angry he can get. Wilco now sitting in a pretty comfortable fourth, although he will. How far back is Alex from him? Alex is 8.4 behind him, but nearly 2 seconds a lap faster than the last lap where he set the fastest one. So Wilco could be coming under pressure. It's down to 7.8 there now. He could come under pressure from Alex. We've got about 6 more laps to go, but it looks about 6 to 7 laps, so it's definitely possible for Alex to catch him. Wilco will have to be mindful of that behind. Will he catch this fella? No, don't think so. Kuska looks like he's going to be nailed on for a podium, just matters where. No, Flapjack has got away. The front three are very well spaced out now. Sean can literally control the pace of this race from the front now. Unless he's trying to steal back the fastest lap. From Alex Austin. Wilco's going to dive into the pits. Didn't really need to, but he's going to. That's going to release Alex. Right here, Wilco coming out. He's coming ahead of Alex just, which closed Alex right up on him now. I think it's just going to be a matter of time. Alex is going to go past Wilco. Wilco's trying his best, but on cold tyres, this Ferrari just does not want to turn. Alex takes the inside line to the chicane, hopping over the sausage curb, and he's away down the straight. Wilco trying to respond with the slipstream, but for smokers, Alex locks up front there. But he's got the job done through the hairpin and away. Will Wilco be able to hang on to his coattails and maybe get him back, as Alex tyres will start to fall off soon. He's going to start struggling for grip. See, when Alex pushes hard, he does tend to hurt the tyres quite badly. He's not going to catch Kuska. Kuska's too far away, so he's got to settle for fourth. He wants to just try and break a gap to Wilco and then maintain it. Otherwise, if Alex keeps pushing too hard, makes a mistake, these guys are going to be chomping at the bit to slot on past. We got yellow flags. Not sure what for. somebody just running wide. Sometimes they will bring yellow flags out for somebody running a little bit too far off the track if they don't recover straight away. We see Kuska diving into the pits. Maybe he's going to go for a fastest lap steal, maybe. Going to be throwing on a fresh set of super softs. He's got the time and space to do it, so why not? See both Alex and Wilco using every inch of the track and more coming out of the final turn. Wilco slowly catching Alex now. He's going to be looking to put him under pressure coming up to his final lap or two as we're into the last 2 minutes. They will have one more as we see Alex has pushed his tyres too far again. And he has dropped it. And here comes Mercer and John Wallamigan. Will they get past as well? Mercer and John Wallamigan are both past. And Mercer just backs off and lets John take the line for the corner. But John just runs a little bit wide. I think they were close enough. Mercer could have had a little battle with him down into the hairpin. They had enough room to play with between the two of them. That's actually allowed Alex to close right back on the back of Mercer again. As Alex sweeps round and takes the position away. It's the driver's room maybe not being too aggressive there. Got his elbows out a little bit more as Alex is really struggling for grip now. That Ferrari does not want to stay planted for him. Took 4 or 5 grabs there to get it to go up the straight. But he's going to stick it for the last lap on those tyres. We'll hop to the front down to Sean as he's approaching the back straight. Haven't really spent much time with Sean as he's been out the front by himself since those incidents for Flapjack and Alex. Sean has run away with it, took pole position and is about to take the win in round 7. Only thing he hasn't got is the fastest lap, stolen by Alex so far. We know Kuska's out on a fresh set of boots trying to steal it. See Rocker cross the line in front. Mr. Sean finishes. We just noticed that DK Gamer hasn't finished the race, unfortunately. Flapjack is going to come home in second. Thought he was going to the pits for a second, but he's just having that celebratory swerve across the line. Jeff Kuska is going to come home in third. Can he steal the fastest lap? So Jeff Kuska in third. Wilco's coming home in fourth. And then we've got Alex now back ahead of John Wallamigan as well. So Alex has fought his way back past them, but he's running wide. John's going even wider. John may be caught out by Alex running wide there. So Alex is going to come home in fifth. John in sixth and Mercer in seventh. Join us next week for the final round 8 for season 4.